Welcome to the video for our second part of Reading Teacher Vocabulary. So today we're going to talk about some new vocabulary for class. We're going to talk about sounds and letters in the initial, medial, and final position, minimal pairs, consonant blends and consonant digraphs, long vowel digraphs, and long vowel families. So, when talking about a sound or a letter and its placement in a word, there are three positions to consider. The first is the initial position, and this is the first phoneme or grapheme in the word. So, for example, in the word theory, the initial phoneme is th, and the initial grapheme is the th, because these two letters go together. So make sure that you don't split up graphemes that actually go together to make a single phoneme. The medial position is any phonemes or graphemes that are somewhere in the middle of the word. They're not the first, they're not the last. So in the word theory, we have three letters in the medial position, E, O, and R, as well as then, of course, more than one sound. So th is the initial, E, O, R. So three sounds. And then the final position, this is the last phoneme or grapheme in a word. So in theory, the final grapheme is the letter Y. The final phoneme is the sound E, which is represented by that E in between the two slashes with that macron over it, that macron representing a long sound. Minimal pairs, which are featured in list 10 in your book of lists, are sets or pairs, just like it says, of words that differ by a single phoneme. So examples, pat and pit, in which you see the medial phoneme has been changed. Bag and tag, in which the initial phoneme has been changed. Cheap and leap, again, you'll see that that initial phoneme has been changed. And gap and cap. Now, minimal pairs may be in the same word family, such as gap or cap. So they have the same rhyme, that AP. Or they may not be in the same word family, such as pat and pit, in which the rhyme for those two words is different. AT versus IT. Remember, to be minimal pairs, the set of words just needs to differ by any single phoneme. So what do we call these if there are more than two? Well, that's called minimal contrast words. And basically that just means there's more than a pair. So, for example, in the first one, if we had pat, pit, and pot, those would be minimal contrast words, as opposed to a minimal pair because there are more than two. So the pairs only refers to the fact that there are two. So don't let it confuse you if you just see minimal contrast words. It's the same thing. Minimal pairs just tells you how many. So consonant blends and digraphs, these can be found in your book of lists in lists 16, 17, and 22. Consonant blends are when multiple consonant graphemes work together, but they still keep their individual sounds, such as BL in black, PR as in prepare, SP as in spare, or CL as in clay. And so you'll notice in the word blends at the top here, I have actually underlined the BL. So the word blends starts with a blend. And that helps me to remember it. Consonant digraphs, on the other hand, are when multiple consonant graphemes work together to create a new phoneme. So they don't keep their separate sounds, they make a whole new sound, such as TH makes th, SH, sh, CH, ch, and WH, as opposed to, TH being t-huh, completely different. And again, you'll notice that at the end of the word digraphs, I underlined the PH. That is an example of a digraph. The P and the H work together to make the F phoneme. So another little trick to help you remember which is which. Blends starts with a blend, digraphs ends with a digraph. So take a moment and look at these words and decide, is each underlined set of consonants a blend or a digraph? And you can pause the video for just a moment while you look at these, and then start it up when you are ready to hear the answers. Alright, so let's look at these and see how you did. So play, the PL, is it a blend or a digraph? It is a blend. Each one is still keeping its own sound, but they're working together. Pl, p-l-a, play. Abolish, the SH, making a new sound, sh, so it's a digraph. Plastic, blend. Frame is a blend. Check is a digraph. Ultra is a blend. Strength is a digraph. And twine is a blend. So vowel digraphs, and this is really looking at long vowel sounds or phonemes. Just like with a consonant digraph, a vowel digraph is two vowels working together. But instead of making a whole new sound, they just make the sound of one of the two vowels used. And the generalization that is usually seen here is when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. However, just like with all of our other phonics generalizations, there are exceptions. So for example, the long vowel digraph EA usually sounds like E, eat, and beat. However, there are exceptions to that, such as bear and heart. We have the digraph AI, as in aid and raid. AY, such as say and play. EE, such as feel and peel. And OA, such as oat and goat. So those long vowel digraphs, typically, the generalization is when two vowels go walking, the first one does the talking. So wrapping up with this one, make sure you come to class, as always, with any questions you may have on the material in this presentation. And be prepared to utilize the information in class. We're going to play with these concepts and explore them a little bit more in class to help to cement your understanding. So thank you all for watching.